Train to the Plastic Underground. Approaching the station, please stand away from the platform edge. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Plastic Underground. We're in the basement today. We're doing a different kind of buddy builds. We're actually building. So this is my basement, and this this is kind of like the doorway into like my workshop. So this is where like I always am like building stuff. I got my bench and my 3D printers over there, and my goal is I want to put a door here, and I want to sheetrock this in, and then in this area, it's kind of a mess. But like this is like kind of where I edit and I do like vinyl cutting, and I'd like to put a wall. I'm like yelling because I forget there's a microphone here. I want to put like a wall here, right here. And I want to put like a table down here and do some like gaming and some tabletop gaming and stuff. So I want to like kind of make this like a livable room area, like a fun hangout area. But I also don't want to just put sheetrock up. I want to kind of make this look like a starship. I want to try to embody like the Mantis from Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor. And I've been kind of a part of like the Star Wars like room builder group for a long time, and I've never really done anything like room buildy. I did like painting upstairs. I painted like the upstairs to look like Death Star and that kind of stuff. But this is kind of going to be my area, my Star Wars room build. So I want to make this look like the Mantis, specifically kind of like the area like the hallway where it's got like the yellow or the orange like foam leather pads and stuff. So I want to tie that in. I kind of want to bring some of like the Millennium Falcon and kind of like sandwich all that kind of stuff together. So yeah, that's my plan. And yeah, so today we're going to kind of work on the door. So I want like a sliding door here. I want kind of like a pocket door style. So like it looks like your classic Star Wars like door, like slider. I'm not going to put any like air, like pneumatics in it yet. I don't know if I want to dive into that, but I want to just be able to like slide the door open and have it be like just like an access like to the shop, and kind of have it tied like closed off from everything else, just keep it separate. So yeah, so in our area we have this place is like a bargain outlet store for like construction stuff. So I went there today, and they have a bunch of doors there. You'll see in the video, I kind of took video of like there, and they have like all these doors, and they're like that garage I was in, they're all like $35, which is like really cheap for a door. So these are kind of like closet doors, and I picked this one out because like look at this thing. Like, does this not look like a starship door already? Like if this was gray, it already has these like panels. Like it already looks like a space door. So this is a 30-inch solid door, and yeah, I went with the 30-inch because I didn't want it to be like crazy wide, and I didn't want it to be like super narrow either. So I think like 30 is a pretty good like mix. Like, so for me to walk through it, you know, it's not like super tight. So that's what I did with that. And then this I ordered off of Amazon. This was $20 on Amazon. This is a think this is for like a closet door. So it's designed to like go on the ceiling like this, and then yeah, these brackets are like for the door. These get like screwed into the door, and then the door sits like in this channel, and this is how it slides. And this is kind of like for a closet, so you can have like a front door and like a back door. And I think how it works is like, I think they're both shut or open, and then you can slide one over and access like the left side of your closet, and then slide the door over and get to the right side of your closet. So this ends up holding like a lot of weight too, which is important. And it's not that this thing is like super heavy, but I was looking at all this stuff for like doors and sliding doors and pocket doors, and everything's like super expensive because it's designed for like heavy, like full size doors and closet doors and that kind of stuff. But this is just a super cheap like closet setup. So that's what I'm going to use, and it doesn't need to be crazy because it's literally just going to slide open for the workshop. So I didn't want to spend like $200-300 for like a sliding door. So we see how this goes. If you see this video, it went great. If you don't see this video, don't ask about it. Well, you won't even know. So, so all right, let's get building.
Okay, so I got all the framing up for this part of the wall, and the door is up. I moved the light switch over here so that it's on the wall and not the ceiling, and the door is working good, sliding pretty easy. So yeah, now we're gonna put some sheetrock up. We're gonna get this all sheetrocked in. And wall secure. That's good enough. That's good. All right, so Will came over today and we spent some time putting up sheetrock. So I got the whole wall sheetrocked all the way to the door frame over there, and looks completely different. Looks completely different. It really like changes the whole way this room looks. And yeah, so I still have some work to do, but yeah, I got the door. The shop's a mess. Don't pay attention to that. In fact, just keep that closed. There we go. That's perfect. And yeah. So I'm going to tape and mud all the seams, all the screws, and do these corners. And yeah, there you go. One wall is sheetrocked and ready for the next step. So, just going to put this foam on the inside, cover up this some of these gaps and stuff just to make it a solid piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that is good. Yeah, so by the way, I'm using contacts. The other thing I did is I didn't film this. Sometimes when I get in the middle of a project, I get like really involved in it and I forget to like film stuff, or I just want to do something quick. So I just came up with this design pretty quickly. This obviously is the square, a rectangle in the middle, and just a little pattern design. These are sized 1-inch squares, so that if I ever want to put the classic 1-inch acrylic lights in here, I can. And because the door is hollow, I can literally just drill a hole through here, put an LED in, run a battery, and put it on the inside of the door, or put it on the other side of the door and just have it be a switch on the other side of the door that you're not gonna really see. This is just EVA foam. This is just 5mm foam, and this is 2mm foam on top. And this is 5mm foam cut into a strip and then glued together to make the circle. And I made the big one and the small one the same way. And then I just used my Dremel sanding bit to sand these detail pieces. So that's basically it. It's just foam. The other thing is that this was sealed with 3 coats of Plastidip before I glued it on, obviously. And this with the foam should probably get coated with some Plastidip, but I probably will just end up using like a coat of Mod Podge just to seal it before I paint the door. Also, I'm going to put another piece of foam in the backing here so that this is not an open space into the workshop. This will get a little piece of foam, kind of like this. This is another project that has been put on the shelf for a little bit. You probably can tell what it is. So this will get a piece of foam back here. It'll probably be a little bit more like inside the door, just so this isn't like super deep. Plus then it'll give me a handle on the back side too, if this piece of foam is in the middle of this. And then I'll probably put some greeblies and some stuff on this, just so it doesn't look like just a big square flat piece. So that's my plan, and that's the door kind of coming together, which is kind of cool. So there you go. so I'm gonna call that part one of the room build down here at the start of this wall. So I got all the sheetrock up. I got starting some measurements for the padding and stuff that's gonna go up here. And the door is done. And as badly as I want to start painting the wall and getting it all looking good, I just have the tendency of always like rushing, and I'm going to try not to do that. So I've been really fighting the urge to come down here and start painting. But yeah, a couple things. There's some of these edges need to be a little bit more attention to, and the door, I also want to add like a trim piece in here with like those classic baffles, and that this door will sit like into it. So there's some other detail stuff I want to add, but yeah, the wall's up, the door is working, and now I can just start doing all the detail stuff, which is all the stuff I've been drawing and planning. So that's the next step. And yeah, it's coming together. So stay tuned for part two, when we put some panels and some electronics. This switch needs a cover, and there needs to be a plate here, and yeah, we're gonna do some cool stuff in the next part, I hope.